Hey guys, how's it going? We're nearing the end of Season 5 of My Hero Ultra Rumble, and while we have seen a lot of things get fixed this season, like Ida Infinite Reciprocal Glitch and Invulnerable Toga, there are still quite a lot of things that need to be fixed in the game. So today, I'm going to be going over some of the biggest issues that need to be fixed. So please don't forget to subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you would like to see fixed in My Hero Ultra Rumble. Now, let's get into it. The gacha has been a problem since launch, with a lot of people rightly complaining that it's too expensive and unfair on the players when banners change. Let's break this down to show you truly just how ridiculous it actually is. So, to do a 10 pull, we need 100 tickets, which costs 12,000 crystals. Doing one 10 pull will add 10 points to our pity on the banner, so we need to do 20 10 pulls to reach the pity. That's 240,000 crystals. The most expensive crystal pack we can buy has 61,000 crystals in, and costs £79.99, which is $102.39. This only gives you 5 10 pulls, which is an absolute scam. Now, since we need to get to 20 points to reach pity, we would need to buy 4 of these packs. So, in total, if we wanted to buy a new quirk skill set or character, it's going to cost us £319.96 or $406.35. I get that it's a free game and you need to make your money, but this is a scam. And even if you take into account the tickets that the game gives you throughout the season, that still only gives you 1,000 tickets or so, once you add up dailies, weeklies, events, and leaderboard rewards. So we would still need to buy 2 of the maximum crystal packs, which is still £159.98 or $204.78 if you're American, which is still a huge scam. With prices this high, nobody is going to want to spend money on the game, and it will eventually die because it's not making money. And there is such an easy way to fix this. Here's what I'm thinking. Make it so that you can buy pulls for maybe £3 or $3 for a 10 pull. This way, a lot more people would be willing to spend money on the game. Yes, it's a lot cheaper than what you currently have, but in the long run, you'll make way more money because people will actually be willing to spend money. The other issue with the gacha is the pity system. The way it currently is pretty much forces you to spend money when a banner is running. When you do pulls, you get points. 1 pull equals 1 point, and you need 200 to reach pity. The problem is, these points don't carry over like every other gacha game. So, once the banner changes, the points you built up also disappear, meaning you're starting from 0 every single time the banner changes. I would like to see them change this in the future, so that our points carry over banner to banner. A small change that would make a huge difference, and would build good faith with the community. This has always been a thing, to some degree, but in Season 5, I feel like it has become more of an issue. For some reason, there are certain team comps that can one-shot you from full health and shield. Let me give you an example. All for One, Endeavor, and All Might. This is the best team comp in the game, and one of the hardest to beat for any team. If All for One uses his Gamma into Beta, All Might and Endeavor can shoot their alphas, and then suddenly, all your health and shield are gone. This is a very obvious problem, but I don't think removing the ability for everyone in a team to attack someone would be the best solution, since this problem really only comes from attacks that can hold you in place, like All for One's Gamma or Strike Dabi's Beta. Instead, I have 2 ways to fix this. The first one being, if a character uses a skill that holds you in place, make it so that after the skill has been used, that character can only take so much damage before they get a hard knockdown. This way, the whole team can still jump someone, but it's more fair on the person getting jumped. Or, my second solution, but I feel like people would have an issue with this one, is that once a character uses a skill that can hold you in place, from that point on, after the skill has been used, only that character can do damage to the character that got held in place before a hard knockdown happens. This would completely change things for the game, since it would make getting one-shotted by a team near impossible. These are just some ideas on how to fix the issue, but I'm sure Byking could come up with something better. Look, I don't know what Byking were thinking with the last few balance patches, but they have been very questionable. There are some things that are good, like Shigaraki buffs, which she very much needed. But then others, Strike Deku buffs, All for One buffs, All Might buffs? Why are these characters that are already some of the best in the game getting buffed and becoming even more better, while characters who are suffering power creep like Kirishima or Aizawa get left behind? It's not fair, and it's making a very clear meta happen in the game. I'm sure you've all seen it. All Mights, All for Ones, Endeavors. People are playing these characters not because they want to, but because they have to, since everybody else is using them, and most characters can't keep up with them. Since we are close to the end of Season 5 and Season 6 starts in less than 20 days, I'm interested to see how the buffs and nerfs go, since we always get a huge balance patch at the start of every season. I just hope Byking doesn't mess this one up and make top characters even more overpowered. Yeah, so you know the report button? Let me tell you guys a little secret. It doesn't do anything. No matter how many times or how many people report someone, there are just some players that are crappy towards other people. And as long as the report function doesn't do anything, they will keep being crappy towards players. So Byking, please fix this. You don't even have to ban them if you don't want to. Just put a penalty on their account where they can't play for X amount of hours. This way, there's an actual consequence to being a jerk, and it will make them think next time. I've seen some people say that if someone gets reported enough, they get shadow banned, but this isn't true at all. I tested this on an alt account with 6 other people. Plus, every match I got into, I asked my teammates to report me to test this out. So overall, that account got reported at least 40 times. And guess what? Nothing happened. No shadow bans, no nothing. This isn't to say that shadow bans don't exist, because they do, but in my opinion, I think they are kind of buggy and don't work as intended. If you're in a ranked match and leave while you and your teammates are alive, and you do this multiple times, you will get shadow banned. But sometimes, even if your whole team has been KO'd, the game could still shadow ban you for leaving. It's not supposed to work like this, but for some reason it does. This is something else that needs to be fixed alongside the report function. This is just a quick one, but it's super annoying. That there are times where I rescue a civilian, and even though I haven't pressed anything, the bar fills up, and for some reason, the game doesn't count it, and I have to rescue them again. This isn't so bad when there's nobody around, since you have time to re-rescue them, but it becomes a problem when your teammates have been KO'd and the circle is super small, and you're trying to rescue civilians for revive cards when there are loads of enemies nearby. I've had it happen a few times where this has happened, the rescue didn't register, and then I get jumped and KO'd by another team. It would be nice if Byking could fix this, since in Season 1, this wasn't even a problem. This only started happening from Season 2 and onwards. So Byking, please fix this. It's a small but very annoying thing that happens way too consistently, and it really does annoy players. This is a problem. I have done 9 matches in solos since it came out at the start of Season 5, and in all 9 matches, teaming happened. And I don't mean the kind of teaming that happens during a game temporarily to take someone out. I mean the kind of teaming where you are literally with your friends and KOing everybody in the lobby. And the saddest part is, this isn't even difficult to do. You literally just ready up at the same time from the lobby, and the game will put you both in the same match. This has honestly kind of ruined solos for me. I had been so hyped for it to come back. But now, I can't wait for it to go and to try the next new game mode, whenever it may be. But while this is mostly a player's fault, it is also kind of Byking's, since they made it so easy to get into the same lobbies. I honestly don't know how they would go about fixing this, but if it's happening now, it's going to happen in future game modes too. So I hope that Byking can solve this issue and make the limited time modes fun again, because as it currently is, it's not very fun and is actively putting people away from playing them. That's why, lately, whenever you queue in solos, at least 90% of the time, there are going to be bots there because nobody wants to play the game because they know people are just going to team and ruin the game for them. These are some of the things that I think still need to be fixed in My Hero Ultra Rumble. To give credit to Byking, they have fixed some of the issues we've had in the past, so they are clearly aware and know about these problems. But that's it from me. My name is Webavalo, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.